What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my second. I'm not even going to start numbering these. I'm going to be at the 15th Pokemon and say I'm at the 80th. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. We're doing another VGC moveset guide for these brand new Pokemon introduced into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Before we begin, once again, I'm going to remind you guys that I'm not going to be covering the starter evolutions, any legendaries, or any Pokemon that haven't been revealed in trailers until I'm completely done with all the Pokemon that were revealed in trailers. This is to minimize the spoilers to everyone who's been trying to avoid them. So yeah, also, if you enjoyed this video at any point in time, do me a favor, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because I'm going to be bringing you guys some daily competitive Pokemon content. And obviously, we're going to try to do 2 to 3 of these moveset guides a day for the next couple of days. I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish the series, but yeah, we're already almost a minute in, so let's go ahead and get into this moveset guide. CETITAN is a very cool Pokemon. He is a very cool dude. One of my favorite designs of all time. He's just a big whale, and honestly, the stats back it up. This guy's kind of crazy. But yeah, CETITAN is a pure ice type, which is historically quite bad, but they really did this guy justice. I'm really glad with the stats that they gave him, because taking a look at it, this guy has 170 HP. Absolutely massive dude. It's got 113 attack, could be better, but honestly with ice moves, they're so offensively well balanced, they hit a lot of things that it's not that big of a deal, especially with one of the movesets I'll show you guys later. 65 defense, 45 special attack, 55 special defense, and 73 speed. Now, 73 speed might not look like much, but this thing has access to 3 abilities: Thick Fat, Sheer Force, and Slush Rush. Now, Slush Rush is an ability that gives this thing double speed under snow. And for those of you who played in previous generations, you might be thinking, Marcos, what are you saying? Snow? That's not in the game. Are you talking about Powder Snow? That move? That sucks? No. Hail is gone. It was reworked into Snow. Now, Snow is more or less just a reskin of, not reskin, it's actually completely different. It's like Hail, right? In the fact that it's a positive weather effect for ice types. However, it's different in the fact that it doesn't suck. Now, what this does is it actually gives all ice types the benefit of having a 50% increase to their defense stat. Rock types get a 50% special defense boost in Sandstorm. Ice types get a 50% physical defense boost in Snow. That's what it is now, and Slush Rush works with Snow now. All Hail-based abilities are now Snow-based abilities. And there's no more damage over time with it, but honestly, I didn't need it. I think that this is actually still quite good. But yeah, this thing is, with that 170 HP, in the fact that it has Slush Rush, this thing's defenses and just bulk kind of go through the roof. 65 defense isn't that great, but if you have a high HP stat and 50% increase to your actual physical defense stat in the Snow, plus that speed stat, your stats are actually kind of insane. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the moveset for this guy, because yeah, it is very Snow-based. I will say this, the only Snow setter we have in the game, the only Snow warning Pokemon as of now is, at least until we get transfer Pokemon, I believe, is going to be Abomasnow, which isn't great, but also we have things like Chilling Reception, which is a move that the Slowking line gets that is a pivoting move that sets up Snow, and also we have Manual Snowscape, which is basically the new Hail. You can use that with prankster Pokemon if you want, or maybe just a fast Pokemon to set it up. But assuming that you have Snow set up, these are the movesets for it, because you really don't want to run other movesets, honestly. This first moveset is my Splashable moveset. This is going to be the set that you're generally going to want to run on 99% of teams that make use of CETITAN. The next one we'll go over is going to be my personal favorite moveset. And then, well, it isn't really a personal favorite moveset on this. I like the general one, but this is going to be another option. And then the final one's going to be the fun moveset. So starting off with the one that I believe to be the best, we have the pure offensive CETITAN. We're going to be running an Adamant Nature, 4 HP, max speed, max attack, and this thing has 73 base speed. With an Adamant Nature, you outspeed Dragapult under Snow. It's going to be weird not saying Hail, but you outspeed Dragapult under Snow, which is going to be, for the most part, the fastest thing you'll ever have to deal with. And as for the item, you actually have 2 options. If you're going all-out offense and you just want really, really great damage, go ahead and slap a Life Orb on this guy. But if you prefer consistency, and I'm going to be experimenting with this one with this item myself, we have a new item called the Clear Amulet, which is basically a held item version of Clear Body. It makes it so you can't be slowed down with a speed dropping move, you can't have your special defense dropped, it's Clear Body. You can't be intimidated, you're Intimidate immune. That's weird. Being completely immune to all stat drops is really great as an ability. As an item, it's actually kind of a fair trade-off that I never actually like put the time into thinking about maybe having implemented into this game, but it's really cool. The reason I think this is actually a pretty decent item for this guy over something like a white herb is because in VGC, you're always gonna be facing Intimidate Pokemon or Icy Wind Pokemon. Making CETITAN not hit as hard as the Life Orb set or even a Choice Band set in exchange for consistency is actually really decent. Just imagine all like the Sand Rush, Swift Swim, whatever Pokemon that would love to also have a passive Clear Body. I think this is actually gonna be like a decent item for it. But yeah, it'll make you Intimidate immune. That's the point. As for the moveset, we have Ice Spinner or Icicle Crash. Ice Spinner and Icicle Crash, there's a difference. So Ice Spinner is 80 base power and removes the effects of terrain with 100% accuracy, while Icicle Crash might be better for some of you riskier players because it is 85 base power and has a chance to has a chance to flinch anything that you move before and target with this move. But that's at the expense of it being like, I believe 85 accuracy or even 80. It's really low, and it makes it quite the unreliable move. So this is another question of consistency or swag. So, your choice there. For coverage moves, I think Liquidation is actually quite good. It allows you to hit opposing fire types pretty easily, and especially if you're like facing off against an Arcanine and you have the Clear Amulet. With any chip, an Adamant Liquidation is going to be doing chunks to Arcanine, so I actually think this is going to be a very important move for CETITAN to run. We have Stomping Tantrum or Earthquake. They're pretty similar in damage if you account for Earthquake spread. Spread damage is actually reduced in double battles if you don't know. But yeah, that's just like a question of preference. Do you want to have to protect your partner or, hit your partner, or would you rather have single target but not hit everything? And as for the final move, I think Protect or Play Rough, it's your choice. Protect, I believe, is better if you want to just be able to pivot a bit better with like your partners, if you want to get in a Pokemon next to this thing while you defend it. But Play Rough is actually pretty important for being able to hit fighting types, which is the only type that you don't really have coverage for without it. So yeah, as for Terra typings, I think Ice is actually pretty decent on CETITAN, even though like Ice types don't want to be Ice types for the most part. Obviously, by terraing into Water, which is the alternate option, you still keep all the offensive benefits of Ice type. You still keep the stab on Ice, but you now gain a Water stab, and defensively becoming a Water type is actually quite good. So I think that's actually very nice. You do lose out on that passive 50% defense boost though, so your choice here. I think that like offensive CETITAN is actually going to be a threat you have to look out for if someone pulls up to the local with a hail team for some reason, or a snow team. The next moveset is just an alternative. I think Assault Vest isn't a bad option for CETITAN. It's once again Adamant Slush Rush, more or less the same moveset. However, instead of Protect here, we're actually going to be running Icy Wind, and that's because as a Assault Vest Pokemon, you no longer have the option to Protect, but with double speed, being able to Icy Wind things is pretty decent. Let's say you're facing off against a fighting type. I had mentioned that earlier, and you have a partner Sylveon. So while your Sylveon would be able to one-shot the fighting type and defend your CETITAN, it won't be able to defend it if it doesn't go first. So what this allows you to do is actually slow down the opposing fighting type with an Icy Wind, and then hit it with a partner Pokemon that can one-shot it. Supportive Icy Wind off of like very fast Pokemon is actually really great, and even on offensive Pokemon that have like Slush Rush or Swift Swim or anything, it's just a nice tool to have in the back. And since you're already running an Assault Vest, your move pool is limited. Icy Wind's not really that bad of an option. Terra types are the exact same, but for the moveset, or for the EV spread, we're running 108 speed, which is going to put you at 107 speed as your actual number. And that will allow you to outspeed Dragapult specifically under snow. And then the rest is dumped into HP, because with the Assault Vest, obviously, you might actually get more out of just increasing like the defensive stats themselves, but for a non-specific moveset, just go ahead and dump it into HP, because with the Assault Vest and the Snowscape active, you're actually going to get a 50% boost to both of your defensive stats, which is very, very cool. So yeah. This is obviously quite weak though. That's like a downside to it, which is why I consider it the alternative rather than the splashable moveset. Now, what you've all been waiting for, the fun moveset. We're running Citrus Berry Belly Drum CETITAN. Now, this guy's got like a very specific EV spread, and I'll be honest, it's mostly just thrown together like here and there because I think it's funny. So yeah. We're going to be running a Belly Drum Slush Rush set, and you're not going to want to stay your normal typing. You're going to want to Terra type into either ground, water, or steel, depending on the moveset you end up going with. But the general gist of this is you have 3 offensive moves and Belly Drum. CETITAN has 170 base HP, and in Snow has a 50% defense boost. So we can make this thing one bulky dude that makes it very easy to get a Belly Drum off, activate your Citrus Berry, get that health back, and then start sweeping things with your doubled speed. So I would say ground, water, or steel are your best options depending on your movesets. I think ground's going to be the funniest though, since you can spam +6 earthquake. But for the EV spread, we're going to be running 4 HP, 140 attack with an adamant nature, 252 defense, 4 special defense, and 108 speed. Once again, the 108's to outspeed Dragapult under Snow. But that 252 defense, that is just, I am not getting KO'd by Bullet Punch Scizor. There is no shot. And also, if you become like a steel type, yeah, no, this thing's like very, very difficult to break. So yeah, it's going to be funny. You definitely have to run it with redirection, whether it be a follow me user or maybe friend guard mouse hold. That's a thing. Or just Amoonguss. Rage Powder Amoonguss is probably going to be decent with this guy. So yeah, obviously CETITAN is very reliant on its weather, but if someone can make it work, please like send me the video of you using this set. I would absolutely love that, and I would show it off to everyone. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's moveset guide. CETITAN, probably gonna be a mid tier, but I really hope I can make him work. I really love this guy. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because I'm gonna be bringing you guys some daily moveset guides as well as some battle content. Hopefully I'll get some battles recorded either today or tomorrow as soon as I finish the game. So yeah, have a nice one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.